Namaskar. We would like to welcome you all on behalf of Independent Research Ethics Society, AYUSH Samriddhi International Webinar Series at milestone of 2288 on the celebration of Public TV Day. TV Day is different, Public TV Day is different. I am unable to understand how many days are reserved for TV and communication. So, I would like to welcome Dr. Suparna Sanyal Mukherjee Madam and Dr. Sakat Kumar Vasuji. Both are the great speakers, and I would like to request him to bless us with his valuable words on Public TV Day. Sakatji, Dr. Sakat Kumar Vasuji.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Sharmaji. Madam is taking a little time to join, but I have informed her over phone. So by the time I finish, I think she will be able to join. So thank you very much, Sharmaji, once again for having me on this platform. I think this is the second instance that we are talking on the role of television in health promotion, a very important issue. But the role of television has changed. Like the days are gone where we used to have the DD Metro, the Doordarshan days where health was promoted more. There were various health related programs, and till date there are many health related programs on DD. But in our urban areas, we are overwhelmed with so many channels, and the quality of programs in all these channels are pretty good, like they are competing very strongly with one another, that the television media, particularly with respect to the government ones, have become suppressed. Like when we were growing up as students, like the DD Metro programs, or we only had a one or two or three channels at that time, and then there was this Doordarshan Kendra Kolkata and the Delhi. That was the most commonly available, one for the regional news, one for the local news. But in many instances, I still love those days when you have to have not too much competition and enjoyed the programs in the day, just like Akashvani in Doordarshan, both the broadcasting and the telecasting media from the government source. Because I am personally associated both with DD and Akashvani, I frequently have interviews and organize programs with them, both with Akashvani Kolkata and Doordarshan Kendra Kolkata when I am in India. Several programs. So we find that there is still a lot of interest, but the interest has now shifted or restricted to areas in the rural areas. Because in the urban areas, there are so many dazzling channels with so many attractive programs. I very much doubt how many people will look into health related programs unless this is something very important, or unless with which an individual is impacted. So the television has a huge reach of reaching out to the people, but it has also got eliminated due to over competition, over production in these days of telecasting. How? Now, see, for example, there is a health related program on the Doordarshan, and there is a health related program in Discovery or National Geographic and other channels and stuff. And there is so many other channels, whether it is ZTV, ZTV, ETV, and stuff. All these programs, when they compete with the government programs, they are very, very much attractive. And while they are targeting from the prime time, by what do I mean by the prime time is, now there is a lot of debate and discussion oriented program. So there is a doctor coming in, whether you are an allopathic, Ayurvedic, or a homeopathic one, and then there is a question answer session, or there may be a semi documentary. They show a documentary of medical production or particular related disease or something like that, and a doctor specializing on a very particular area is being interviewed, and his valuable suggestions are incorporated. But the challenge is most of these programs are not being able to hit the prime time. The health related programs are running, no doubt, but it could not run during the time when most people are viewing, because of intense competition with TV serials, sports. So if, for example, if there is India playing a T20, who will watch? Even if we have an outstanding doctor talking on, whether on the AYUSH platform or in conventional medicinal platform, on cancer, no one is interested. It is so if there is a very famous movie or a TV serial is playing, I do not see many people will at all be interested. And even if you have a channel with doctors, even Sharmaji is talking, that same Sharmaji that that person will enjoy. But on that particular day, she or he has so many options, the attention is diluted. This is one of the challenge. So in one way, they even to these days, because I'm associated with both these broadcasting and telecasting organization, I'm aware that they are very powerful media. They constantly do medical programs, whether in from the Ayush platform or non-Ayush platform, does not matter. Various health related disorders, diseases, various challenges. But remember, when it was during the COVID time, the avid interest people used to take in listening to medical bulletins, what is happening, what precautions should be taken, what kind of medications should be taken, whether it is in social media, whether it is in television or Akashvani, people were glued to it. But once that stage is passed, you will see, even if there is a very good medical program, this has to run in an afternoon or maybe late night, or in a time when it is not prime time. We have so many entertaining political news, international news, television serials, everything competing during the prime time, by which I mean 6 to 9 p.m. This is the time when most people are watching the television, most people are watching the YouTubes over their phone. These are the time when we are missing out, in that particular sense, that the viewers are limited. It is being telecasted for sure, but because of the change of taste, the change of lifestyle pattern, the change of focus in our life, people are not so much glued and interested in these areas this much, that if there is a competing program, a sports program, or another television program, or a Shah Rukh Khan interview, and Dr. Sharma speaking on cancer, that cancer is more important to me, or the health related issues are, everyone will be accepting that. But if there is an option, they can switch on to an interview made by Shah Rukh Khan, and thousands of people, including doctors and including family members of doctors, will also switch on to that channel, because it has a strong pull. For Kon Badega Karorpati, when used to run, no matter whatever important medical program you run, this will not be viewed by people. So I think the television reach has to be increased. So that same program, which are not in the prime time, needs to be retelecasted a number of times so that it reaches out to a number of people. So if it is having a late night program, or maybe once in a while a prime time, it should be run in the morning, in the afternoon, across various days of the week, because these are important telecasts that needs to reach the people, but because they are not getting the prime time, they need to be retelecasted, so that the fragmented audience that we have still gets a catch of the television in that particular sense. And the competition between the channels, the private channels with the government channel, particularly the DD metros, is now so intensive. If you do a survey, you will see a very little people, very small number of our population, I won't say no one, but a very restricted small population for the urban areas in going for DDs, and in the rural areas, people who could not afford, buying the channels and the package, because it runs out to be quite expensive for many people. What they are doing, then they are dependent on the DD ones. So if you are waiting in a tea stall while traveling across a village, you make a very well come across a tea shop where there is not much channels, only DD metros and stuff, and you will see people are listening to the news. If you are having a medical program, they are not just consuming your report as a medical program. It is a source of what do I call is a knowledge entertainment. So it is in that way it becomes a part of the process, where I think the radio or the Akashvani plays even significant role in reaching out to the rural masses, because there is still a habit of listening to the radios in the rural areas. People who are working in the field to cut down their boredom. I have seen now they have mobile phones stuck into their dhotis while they are working. So they are listening to a song or listening to some lectures or some political news while they are working in the field. But it is not easy to carry out the television. But the most programs that are now run on the television, it's also available on the YouTube. So people who are interested, even though miss out a live program, they always have the opportunity to watch them in the YouTube if they are subscribing the channels. You will see that many rural people who could not have the time to attend the live program, they are at least subscribed to both Akashvani and the television, so that they can listen to them at their relaxing point, or other times when they are enjoying or eating or something or doing taking a break or a rest, they will still listen to the DD Metro. But sometimes it may not be live. Sometimes it mostly be recorded programs to the YouTubes and stuff, because internet and social media has taken up our life. And sometimes, say for example, Sharmaji has done an outstanding program, say on cancer, on Ayurveda. Many of short clips of that program is being run on the by many users, maybe on the Facebook and other social media. Then those people who are interested click the link to reach the YouTube to get the full program. So these are all these new challenges and strategies that are now incorporated. So solely television regulating health news and stuff, that days are gone. So for both these, internet and social media needs to be integrated. More people will watch you on YouTube rather than on Doordarshan, or more people will watch you on YouTube or Facebook, or maybe Instagram or in Twitter, rather than going and watching the direct program here. And sometimes you have a bigger program, many people edit your program. Maybe sometimes they are losing out on the relevant program. So say, for example, if you have a 20-minute program, a summary version of your program becomes available in the Facebook for 5 minutes or 6 minutes and 7 minutes capsule. We call it news capsule. More people, there are more takers for that 5 minute bite rather than your 20-minute long presentation. But sometimes you, to get a proper idea of the entire program, the disease, the prognosis, and the prescription, you need 20-30 minutes to listen to that. This possibly, as I have seen, that is not happening to these days. Nowadays, because people, our life is restricted, time is limited, so people pick and choose what they wish to listen. And because there are so much competing information, if you wanted to know about heart ailments, or say for example angiography or any kind of heart programs, for Ayurveda or non-Ayurveda, if you go and search in YouTube or internet, there are hundreds and thousands of information links. So for television to stay relevant and compete with all these challenges, it's not so easy these days, but still they are doing a good job. I am talking mostly of the competition faced by the government channels, because otherwise the private channels are being more popular. They have much more viewers, and because the competition are divided among the consumers or customers, down the line, I think the television is having a difficult time, particularly what I mean by the government based television channels. But nonetheless, I strongly believe that health information disseminated through television and Akashvani and the radio and the FM channels do have significant impact in some parts of the population. And even if we are losing out a little bit on the audience, we'll continue. We should continue television and promote program and health, have doctors their suggestions, because someone will benefit from the process, and you need to be really re-telecasted a number of times to reach a greater audience. So thank you, Dr. Sharma. I see that madam has also joined, so thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
थैंक यू वेरी मच। आपने बिल्कुल सही कहा कि आज टीवी के जमाने में, टीवी के दिन में टीवी ऑडियंस खींच ले गया हमारी। सब जगह मैच चल रहे हैं, आईपीएल चल रहा है, हम अपने ज्ञान वितरण केंद्र में लगे हैं, लोगों को उसका थोड़ा सा भी इंटरेस्ट नहीं है। बहुत बहुत ये यूट्यूब का जमाना है, लोग अपनी सुविधा से देख लेंगे, इतना विश्वास है। मैं आदरणीय डॉक्टर सुपर्णा मैडम को सादर आमंत्रित करता हूँ उनके विचारों। आदरणीय डॉक्टर सुपर्णा सान्याल मुखर्जी मैडम।
Namaste. Very good evening. Thank you once again for giving me another opportunity to say something on this auspicious topic. Really, today's world is the very first world, and we are surviving each and every corner of this world. And this motivation and the fast life is also incorporating with the television is one of the tool for information and science and broadcasting section. So we should be good enough, and we should be more emphasized on this television program. There are several types of programs which has been broadcasted in the television every day, especially the political parties' involvement, then the sports, then the entertainment. So many things are broadcasting through this television, but not the health awareness program. So television can expose, especially the viewer of medical emergencies and innovations to drugs and immunization, to dietary idiosyncratic practitioners and the medical fraud. And in all these areas, television can educate the consumer each and every parts of the corner of the world through this the television process. And the television has the public health community system or public health awareness program can be started through this television program. And this television is the we can consider surrogate for survival. Why surrogate for survival? Because everything we can learn through the television, and television impact of the community for the betterment of the life, because we have seen so many programs like the dance program, songs, then the architecture program, then the arts and culture, performing arts. So many things are broadcasting through this television, but except the health awareness program and the health education program. So in that case, we can say that some respects of television is in the powerful position to become a two-edged sword for public health. These issues invite further, innovative programs and which can be developed through the necessity of one of increasing knowledge about public health among the people, those who are in darkness. Though the rural areas, there is where there is no such television, facilities in each and every household, but there is a community system where they can start the innovation program, because we have seen when the cricket match is going on, football is going on, so each and every one used to come to the theater, like this community theater section or the community center, they can observe it. That's why it is also very important that each and every day should be observed through and through the broadcast to this television, and the people should come to the community center. And if we can see this, the medium of television is a key factor for the contemporary society, with television networks and producers playing a very important role in shaping public opinion, then commerce and public health around the world. Television accelerates the speed with which cultural norms and expectations, which we are observing, which have the impact, direct impact of the community health system and community at large. So television also giving us the potential uses of health promotion and this general and public health education, in particular area orientation, geographical spot, remote sensing sites, the medicines which are very required for this the public health system, which is very important, because negative portrayal of the public health issues have thereby dominated the small scale, but for this television is needed for the broad skin, and it should be the demonstrated, and it should be the broadcast in each and every parts of the world for the remote sensing places too. And the public health experts, especially the use of entertainment, we have seen there is a main parts which have the dominated by the persons all of the world, but the television also giving the short stories, especially the depending upon the public health system, then the people should be aware in any parts of the world what is happening and what may happen, and how what measures we should take it, which can be it can be emphasized on this television program. Television programs also affects in the major chronic diseases which causes premature death, and especially the women health and child caring process should be taught by this television, and television should take the programs, should initiate the programs on this women empowerment, at the same time the women human health system, which is very needed for the places like the people are not educated, because television can give us the education of which we can educate ourselves. At the same time, our those who are the stakeholders, those who are not getting proper education, they also can get the education for the betterment of life and sustainability. So if we can emphasize on this, the public knowledge influencing of the health awareness program, it should be needed for this through the television. And if we also we have seen there are so many cultural programs, the religion aspects, then rituals, then the puja committees has directly shown this, the functions, the marriage ceremony, then all these things are they're broadcasting through this television, and it is also coming to the public point. But except the public health awareness program, but public health awareness program, at the same time, the community development and betterment of the health aspects of the community is needed for this television. So television has a very important and crucial role to maintain, and this the program organizers should start the program on this public health system, which can be help for the especially the children. There are so many advertisement of the medicines, there are so many advertisement of the companies, how to wash your hand, how to use this the soap, then the sharp, there's so many detergents, the uses of that, but except the health awareness program. So what is the main aspect of the how the pregnant woman should take care when the child is rearing up in the mother room? It should be the covered through this television. And new coverage of health issues like the when we have seen the news system like this in regional language, in the national language, in international language, there are so many points that the news is to emphasize on, where the rape case has happened, where the fire is happening. So all these things news has to cover, but except the health awareness, except the public health system. So this is very important for this, the to analysis of television news has shown a certain consistency with regard to the issues that get the most attention. It should be the analysis of local news. It should be founded out in the local news that the people should be aware through this health program. So there should be a section of health awareness programs. So not only the several channels, but it is the news should be covered each and every day. The way we are forecasting this, the weather condition, the health condition should be needed, because each and every day is changing, because our environment is changing. The changing environment we are surviving. So when we are surviving, our health issues are very important for surviving sector. So the health education and health public health system should be broadcast to this television. The television also shaping the health behavior and perceptions, because the television role in shaping health behaviors, perception, and attitudes has been very interesting point for this professional some part of the of our life, because we are engaged in various types of jobs, because the stress is there, we are taking stress, how to overcome the stress. So not only the yoga, but also the which medicines can help you for this, the what type of diseases, it is also very important. And it is very important point of that. So awareness, because the prevention is better than cure. So which type of food you have to take, and which type of food taking will be prohibited your cancer. So you should not, you should avoid it, because this awareness program is not yet been introduced in any kind of broadcasting system. That's why the people are unknowingly, people are ignorant, people are not aware for the any kind of diseases. That's why they are suffering from, and how which food is very good and which food is not very good, according to the age, according to the health pattern. If the television can promote this program, it will be very helpful for the children, for the adult, the adolescent children. At the same time, this the older age. So that's why it is very important that television as an educational tool in public health campaign. So where educational, we should introduce and we should use the television as our educational tool. And this educational tool can develop our sustainability. This educational tools gives us the more potentiality and more possibilities in life, and it should be develop the life expectancy in each and every part of the world. That's why the health and individuals of the public health, as well as the social and environmental determinants of health, and increasing realism of the portrayal of health-related behaviors, and the enhancing viewer important involvement both in the development and in the attraction of a health program and health attention and the health education should become the more effective and the partnering to the public to meet the present and future health challenges. Though it is very important for that, because we have seen the special educators. At the same time, we should be introduce a special, health promoter, which can develop our health system, not only in case of the allopathic, in case of the homeopathic, in case of the Ayush, in case of the Unani, Siddha, whatever the possibilities and probabilities are there for the health sector, it should be introduced through this television program, and which can promote our health system, the public health system, and the importance of television will be encourage us, and the importance of television should have been more and more effective for the community at large. Thank you very much. Thanks to the AYUSH Samriddhi platform to giving me such an opportunity. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. Very nicely explained. There are so many days for TV, public TV, normal TV. So really you are great, madam. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you to all. Good luck.